Alright, there is around like a half an hour left before the new set goes live. Um, and we will be opening some packs. So yeah, we will be waiting for the set to go live and then let's see if we can get some good stuff. In the meantime, we can just do some other things like do the Wonder Pick. Oh, actually, it has to update apparently. So let's do that first then. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try set this up a little bit. So let's see. Yep, we'll have to download. So yeah, the pack should be going live in 25 minutes. So it's not too long from now. And we will be waiting for it. Yep, we have a pack available, but we don't want to open that one. So we are waiting. And in 12 minutes I will have a second pack as well, so we'll be able to at least open 2 free ones. Let's do the bonus Wonder Pick as well. Let's see. It is basically just a free card, nothing more, nothing less than that. But alright, we'll take a free card, I suppose. Here we go. So, the things I want to be doing are, obviously, I want to open the new packs. And I should also do a battle actually because of the 4 things, so let's do that. And then I want to try do the new solo battles to get some more hourglasses, and then after that we do a little bit more opening packs. Maybe check to see if there's any good decks we can make. Yeah, that is basically what I am trying to gonna do. Maybe we can also check out the entire deck list or card list at some point. We'll have to see. And let's first do a battle so we can get those 4 hourglasses. If our opponent is actually here. Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay. So while we wait, we are against another lovely Darkrai deck. Always love to see that. And we are using a Celebi flip deck, basically. So yeah, that is interesting to play. It's basically a little bit of a lock deck, but I had some funny things happen with it. Nothing yet here though. Oh, see. Alright. People playing Darkrai Giratina in ranked is like, yeah, makes sense. It's a meta deck. It is a good deck. But then people playing Darkrai Giratina in free play is a little bit weird to me, to be honest. Like, why are you tryharding in free regular play? Makes no sense to me. Honestly, but alright. people do them, I guess. We will just have to deal with it. Okay, we can superior here. And actually put an energy on Celebi. Actually a second one as well. And then next turn I will swap it out. Darkrai won't be able to do damage yet, so we should be okay. Okay. I think we should be able to win this. Let's put one here, and then use the Leafeon ability for another one on Celebi, so he can retreat. And Celebi needs to flip 3 heads, and then we should be okay. Okay. No. 1, 2. Ah, okay. Well, 2 it is. Annoying, but should still be alive. And we can just swap into a Leafeon again, that's fine. And the Leafeon should be able to knock him out, or I can actually flip into Eevee, but of course Eevee doesn't do a guaranteed 20 damage, so I'm not sure if that is the play. Probably not the play, actually. Well, first we have to wait before he plays. Okay, finally it's my turn. Lovely. So he has his Giratina fully charged up, right? So what we want to be doing is getting Celebi out of here. So Leafeon can knock out this Darkrai. And then also get knocked out by the Giratina. So yeah, let's do that, and then he's gonna put in Giratina. That is gonna knock out my it is gonna knock out my Leafeon, and then we move on from there. Can just put another energy on Celebi, and we have to flip 3 heads this time, and that should be enough to knock out the Giratina, and then we win. Otherwise we lose, sadly, but. Oh, okay, he plays Sabrina, that's fine. We just put in the other Leafeon. Actually helps us, because now we can put 2 energies on Celebi instead of 1. So we swap into Leafeon here. So we play Leafeon, and then we can use his ability Force Breath to get 1 energy on Celebi and another, and use retreat into Celebi. So here we go. That means we can flip 8 times. Only 3 heads are needed. 1, 2, only 2. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that was unlucky. But alright, we did our battle, and that is what we wanted to do. The flips are unlucky today, apparently. Well, hopefully there's not too much flipping needed in the new set then. We'll have to see, wait and see, I guess. Let's claim our mission. So we have 17 minutes left before the launch. Okay. Okay, we also get this. Does the shop actually reset today? I don't think so yet, because of the end of the month is not here yet. Yeah, 3 days. Okay, that is sad. So we'll have to wait for that. Alright, so what do we do now actually? There isn't really that much to do besides just playing some battles. I could check if the set list got leaked yet, or the card list. But I don't think it did yet. No. Alright. That is fine. We'll just have to wait. Who is wanting to be my friend? I have no clue who you are. So we deny those. And yeah, I mean it's 15 minutes, it's not too long. We could maybe wonder pick. These wonder picks are gonna change into, ooh, actually, a Togekiss. I don't have it yet. And oh, and I get it. Oh, let's go. Okay. That is really good. So we get one card that I don't have yet. Alright, that is one of the cards I still needed for Space Time Smackdown, so I need 7 more, and then we are fully done there. That is great. Actually, good wonder pick, wow. A rare good wonder pick. Ooh, alright, we have 2 packs available. I still don't have all the cards in Celestial Guardians. I also don't think I have all the cards in... Yeah, I'm missing a card or 2 in Genetic Apex still. Even though I've played this game from the very start. Like Mythical Island, missing a few cards in Space Time Smackdown, and we have everything in Triumphant Light. And we are also fully done with Shining Revelry. But yeah, we are missing a few of this latest set, and we're already on to the next one, so that is usually what happens. I did pull the Immersive Lily, recently, like a few days ago. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And yeah, not my favorite immersive that I have, but still, it's nice to have at least one. And now I finally have 2 lilies. One of them is in immersive and one of them is the regular. It is a nice showcase to move all or to show all of the different support characters basically in this set. So I think they did a good job here. I'm very, very curious what will be the immersive card this time. I'm guessing it is one of the Ultra Beasts, and you then get to see all of the other Ultra Beasts when the immersive card starts playing. Basically the same as Lily, but then, yeah, with the Ultra Beasts. But we'll have to wait and see what it is. It's still 12 minutes away. Time is moving slow. But, alright, maybe we'll just do one more battle. There's not really a whole lot else to do with rank being down. I'm not going. So let's just do one more. While we wait. Okay. I'm going first. Sure, let's play Celebi. There, as if I have a choice. I don't. Alright. A Snivy would be amazing. We have 2 rare candy and that is it. Nothing else to play. Besides another Celebi, but I don't want to be playing another Celebi yet. So I kind of want to get a Pokemon Communications or something. But alright, this guy is already having a pretty nice setup, and I am just sitting here wondering what went wrong. Alright, Eevee. Let's just put it there, I suppose. No Snivy yet, we're kinda hoping for a Snivy. Mostly. Okay. This Lycanroc is probably gonna knock me out. Or actually, this Rampardos is gonna knock me out. No. Wait, what? Alright, interesting choice. Very interesting not using the Rampardos there. Sure, let's play Leafeon. And we'll have to swap it out. And we can start stacking a few energies on our Celebi at least. Not that it is very useful this game, actually. You might have needed to play the other one, actually. Oh well. It's fine, it's not a ranked game anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. Okay. So yeah. My Leafeon is almost dead. I should have kept the Celebi for Pokemon Communications here. But alright. I'm gonna actually concede this. I'm not really want to play this game. And it's not ranked, so who cares? 8 more minutes. We're just waiting. But this waiting is taking a long time. Oh, did my opponent just quit already? He's not here at least. Actually curious when the ranked rewards are here, because I do get another 100 hourglasses from it. Right now I only have like 80 or 90, so it's not a lot. But hopefully the solo battles grant us with a few more. That is at least what I'm hoping for, so I can open a few packs. So this set contains like 100 plus cards, probably. Which I am guessing there's more shinies, maybe? Not sure, actually. We'll have to see. I'm actually curious if they continue having shinies in the new set. So I don't think they are that popular, actually. Okay, no heads. At least I don't like them that much, because they kind of take up space for the other rare cards, like the full arts and stuff. So whenever you draw a shiny from a pack, you actually lose a potential full art or other rare card. So yeah. But alright. We'll see if they are in this set as well. We'll have a look at the full set once we opened our packs and played the solo battles, etc. And how long is it? 6 minutes. This guy is taking quite a long time, so this battle might take a while. Which is actually not too bad, because we need to wait anyways. Alright, he does have a Oricorio actually, that is good to keep in mind. So obviously my Leafeon is not gonna do damage to it. He is taking a sweet ass time, damn. Fully lets the timer run out. Okay, a Superior. Let's just use the ability. So yeah, we do 70. It's not a lot, but alright. It's good enough for now. Is he gonna use his entire timer again here? If he is, well then we are getting quickly closer to the release. He is taking a little bit, at least. I mean, we're still waiting. I have 19 minutes and 34 seconds left, and he has 17 minutes. That is how long he has been taking. This game looks pretty dire as well, with his Magnezone up and 2 Oricorio in his bench. But alright. These games are not really about winning, we are just stalling for time. So, alright. 110 damage, yep, as expected. Wow, Professor's Research. What does the Professor's Research grant us? A rare candy and an Erica? Damn, alright. We just concede, and we now have 3-ish minutes left, so shouldn't be too long now. Actually curious if I have to close out the app, I'm not sure anymore. Last time I was here at release is a while ago. I think that might be in Space Time Smackdown or something. So, yeah. Interesting. to wait and see. We got a gift. Alright. Maybe we can give some likes or something to community cases. Wow, this guy has 2,000? What does he have? Ah. Damn. A lot of support. Full arts, apparently. Some people have so many cards, it's insane. Like, I don't even have half of these. Some Japanese shinies and 5 immersives. I think in total I have also like 5 or 6 immersives, but 3 of them are the same. So that is, yeah. Oh, this guy has all of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebi, Space Time Smackdown, Arceus. Yeah, I think he has all of them. That is insane. Alright, well, 1 more minute and then we're there. So I think we probably have to close out the app. Let's see. Or does it actually say that the time has changed? Usually it does say that when 8 o'clock comes around. So we'll just swap between stuff, I guess. Any second now. Please. Any second. Not yet. Come on. Yeah, it is 8. Alright, there it is. Very nice, very fast. Okay. I mean, we all have some existential crisis now and then, no? Alright, so it is here. Let's just use our 2 free packs first. Let's go. Very curious what kind of cards we have in here. First pack. Okay, a Blitzle. A Shinx. Just some basic ass guys. A Palossand. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. That is pretty decent. Substrika. Ooh, and a Celesteela. Alright. So this is one of the cards that I actually was looking for already, so that's good. We have at least one of them. And how many cards are in this set? 69. That's actually not too bad. 69 unique cards, and then there should be full arts and all that stuff. So yeah, not too bad. Let's open the other guy. Let's see. Another Blitzle, really? A Phantom. A Lillipup, a Crocodile, and a Stoutland. As long as this Pokemon is in the active, attacks used by your opponents cost 1 more energy. Alright, okay. That is interesting. Stoutland is a second stage guy though, so I'm not sure how useful it is. This Crocodile has flip 3 coins. For each head, a card is chosen at random from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into their deck. So does that mean your opponent just has 1 less card, I guess, in their hand? I'm not sure how that works. Alright, not bad. How many cards in total? 103. Yeah, the data's changed. We know that because we are already here in the update, but okay. We'll just open it again. Okay, so we have 97 hourglasses. Ideally, I would like to open a 10 pack. So, alright. Themed collections. Yep. Maybe we do... Wait, how many do I have? 101. So that's not enough to open 10 packs, right? No. Alright, well, we'll just open them one at a time, I guess. Okay. What do we get? Circuitry. Nice. That is one of the ultra... Ooh, another one. Pessimian. If Pessimian is on your bench, this attack does 40 more... Huh? Wait, what? So if it is on your bench... I guess if there is a Pessimian on your bench, it does 40 more damage. Krokorok and a Claydol. Heal block Pokemon. Both yours and your opponents can't be healed. Damn. That is good against grass type decks. Though it is weak against grass. That is an interesting combination. Alright, 5 new cards. That's good. We like seeing more new cards. Let's go again. Okay. A booster opening. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. There is Guzzlord. Hell yeah. Alright, that was one of the cards that I wanted. It has the flip a coin until you get tails for each heads, discard a random energy. So it is basically a Team Rocket Grunt. Kartana, alright. Another Rowlet, a Sandy Guest, and a Lowland Persian. If heads, your opponent's active is now paralyzed. Alright, just some paralyzation Pokemon. Nothing too fancy, nothing too bad. But there we go, we have our first EX card. We have a Guzzlord. That is really nice. So that was one of the cards that I was looking for. Let's hope we can get a little bit more. Really hope we get to see some of the new other EX cards. A Herdier, Kartana, Stoutland, Shinx, Type Null. Nothing too fancy there. Now we'll start to get more of the cards that we already have. Alright. Let's open more. And then after this we'll just do the solo battles. A Lowland Diglett. Bite, Quick Blow, Metal. Discard a random Pokemon tool card from your opponent's hand. Wow. Alright. That is actually very interesting. That might be pretty good. We'll have to see if it is actually good, but it might be. Okay. So we have 53, that is... what, 4 left? I guess? Looker. Your opponent reveals all of the supporter cards in their deck. Doesn't sound too good. Boltoy, Lilligant, Oranguru, another Stoutland. We have like 3 Stoutlands already. Okay. So we have 28 different cards now. Actually getting more support cards would be pretty good. So usually those kind of make or break decks. So let's hope we can get a few more. Ooh, Gladian. Alright, put one random type null or Zil Valley from your deck into your hand. Doesn't sound too bad or good actually. Nihiligo. There we go. Nihiligo sounds interesting because it does the extra poison damage. So that might be a good card to have maybe in a Coldsaur kind of deck. We'll have to see what people come up with actually, because so far I've not seen too many amazing things. Alright. 1 or 2 left, I think. Krokorok, Lolan, Beware, and Stakataka. During your opponent's next turn, takes 20 less damage. We have seen those cards. What does Beware do? Hi. Flip 2 coins. If both of them are heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. Wait, what? Flip 2 coins. If both of them are heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. So there's basically a 25% chance that you just knock out the opponent's Pokemon. That is an insane card. Alright, okay. Beware the bear, I guess. What? Why? Okay. Well, that is the ultimate flip lock deck, I guess, is using a Beware. Alright, what does this guy do? Soul Valley. If you play the supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 50 more damage. Okay. That is actually decent with the support card that gives you one of Soul Valley or type null into your hand. Might be a good thing to look into to play. Alright, well, we don't have any more hourglasses, sadly. So first we'll have to play some of the solo battles, so we'll do that now. We do get a rental deck for the Guzzlord EX. There should still be... Okay, so there's a Lycanroc EX and an Alolan Trio EX that we don't have yet. Let's go to the solo battles though here. Alright, solo. Wait, there is new... Damn, there's new beginner ones? Okay. That hasn't happened yet. Or before, at least not a lot. Let's do Rampardos. Let's go. Should be easy. These are beginner battles. And I just care about the hourglasses that I give us, nothing else really. Alright, we start with Gibble, a young goose. Alright. Skull Fossil. Let's hope for a rare candy. Or a Gabite actually. Gabite is fine. Gabite does 30. Plus 20 extra because of the weakness. Stuffle. So these are not super interesting to look at yet. They basically are just the basic kind of guys. We do 30 here. Alright, so 10 HP left on the young goose. He uses tackle again, doesn't do anything else because this deck probably doesn't really include any evolutions. We can just linear attack. Get this guy. And now he has to put in one of the other Yep. A Stuffle. So we'll be able to one-shot this guy as well. That should be fine. He does 40 damage. Let's linear attack again. So this guy is one-shot. Here we are. One more. These battles are not hard, it's just that they take a little bit of time. Luxio actually, damn. It does have a little bit more HP, but that's fine. Can just Rampardos. So yeah, there we go. That is one battle won. Let's see what our rewards are, if they are any good actually. A victory. We only get 2 hourglasses. Alright, that is not great. But alright, we'll take it, I guess. And this one also gives us only 2. So it will be a while before we can afford more packs. Let's just play all of the total battles and then see how many packs we can afford. This is gonna take a while, but I have the time. And it is also maybe interesting just to see what kind of cards are in this set, because the computer is going to be playing a lot of the new cards, of course. So yeah, let's see. Alright. Let's goodbye it. Just put another energy on there, sure. And that's Iono. Maybe we can get the Garchomp. Cranidos, Rampardos, Gosma, Garchomp. Alright. Nice. So this should also be very easy. Just a matter of time, basically. Yeah, we don't even need to play Skull Fossil. Can just linear attack the Picky Pack. Knock that guy out. That is 1 point. Now we wait for our turn again and then we can knock out another guy. Okay. So Dragon Claw for another point. Here we go. There comes the Sandile, also one-shottable. Here we are, 20 damage. And Dragon Claw again, and that is the game. Hopefully there's not too many of these beginner battles, because they are very boring to play. They are so easy, and they only get us 2 hourglasses. So even though having 2 hourglasses is nice, it is not too great to have to play all of them. Okay, so there is another one, which includes a Lairon, actually interesting. Let's just play a Blaine deck. This is a metal type deck, so Blaine should be good against this. Alright, Vulpix is in play. This is the Alolan Diglett. It does have a potential to do 40 damage actually. Ferroseed also has a 40 damage attack. We don't have anything else yet, so No heads. Alright, so then it depends on if he gets a heads or not here. Nope. So he doesn't do damage, that's good. We can Rookie Helmet into a 9-tails. So at least we get 90 damage. We knock out this Alolan Diglett. And now we wait to see what he plays. A Ferroseed, alright. Which is also one-shottable. There we go. And now we wait again. Into the Lillipup, I mean. And the Herdier. Right, so that's 30 damage, but we can just one-shot with 9-tails. Alright. Might actually be really nice to keep playing this hyper aggro deck. So it speeds up the games a little bit. That was another victory. There we are. And 2 more hourglasses. Those were the beginner ones, okay. So intermediate, Decidueye, I'm just gonna play the Blaine deck again. So this is a non-EX card, Decidueye. Curious to see what it has. Cortana, which is 40 damage for 1 energy, that is pretty good. However, it has no evolution. So that is why it is basically that card. Let's see. Can I get a Rapidash? Yes, I can. And a Pokeball gives us another Ponyta. So yeah, that is our turn, and on next turn we can Rapidash into energy to one-shot the Cortana. He should have other guards, yeah. One of which is the Celesteela. So let's Rapidash. So Rapidash can knock out the Cortana here. With 60. That is nice. There's the Stuffle. And the Beware. That is such an interesting card. Not sure how well it actually plays though, because you need to flip 2 heads in a row, basically. Alright. We're not doing too bad right now. Different Dartrix, Skill Dive. 20 damage. Okay, so that's basically what we already had with Rowlet before, but then 20 instead of 10. Beware has 10 more HP. There is a Decidueye. This deck does 70 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Alright. Interesting. Let's do this. Let's put this there as well. So, Fire Main for 40. The Beware is gone. Now he's gonna play the Decidueye probably. Yep. Which has a fire weakness. Wait, what? Oh, it's the Oranguru, okay. Let's Blaine for 30 extra, so that's 90. So it's just 40 HP left. And that should be the game. Alright. Well, we saw some interesting cards at least. There we go. A victory, and we get all of the prizes. 3 hourglasses this time. Let's see, we are against a electric type deck, so let's use Garchomp again. Okay, Gibble. Just a basic Gibble start. Not too bad. Okay, so we rare candy into Rampardos. We could have actually done better maybe by just getting the Garchomp, but I was not paying attention. But alright, Rampardo should be able to one-shot everything. Why did he not? Okay. I guess we don't ask questions. So let's do this. Retreat into Rampardos. Rampardos is gonna knock out everything in one go. Here we are. So that is 1 point. Okay, he plays Zoroa. Lily is lovely. Let's put an energy there. Lily or Rampardos. And then let's see if his Beware is able to one-shot, or basically tell our Pokemon it's knocked out. That is kind of what his attack does. Oh, actually, plays Zoroa. Or Zerora? I'm not sure. So yeah, that is the game over then. Lovely. Another 2 or 3 hourglasses, I think. 3? Let's see. Should be 3. Yep. Okay, so how many more of these are there? Here's another one. A dark type deck. Didn't see what the Pokemon were, but should be fine. Let's start. Ah, the Poipole, which has the 2-step ability, which is able to do 40 if it flips 2 heads. Sure, let's play both Skull Fossil, I suppose. And Gibble is gonna do 40 to Poipole. So that guy is almost done already. That is great. Alright, and then we get Bite. Let's put another guy here. That is at least 1 Pokemon knocked out already. Hell yeah. Okay, so he puts in Stella. Actually, no, he puts in Poipole again. Alright, so 20 damage, that's not too bad. And we can one-shot with Garchomp. So let's play Garchomp. Put an energy there. Just use. I mean, we could have just used Dragon Claw. Linear attack is also fine. Doesn't matter. Stuffle comes out. We only have to knock out one more, and then we are okay. Alright, rare candy is not really interesting here. Dragon Claw should be able to knock out this guy in one go. Yep, here we are. Let's go. Pretty solid. Quick game. Another 3 hourglasses done. New battle unlocked. Let's play the Blaine deck against a metal type deck. So that should be still most effective. Vulpix. What is this guy again? Oh yeah, it takes 20 less damage. Nothing too crazy. I mean, we can flip. It doesn't really matter because he is not gonna have 3 energies on his Oranguru. But still, it is a heads. It's nice. This game might be a little bit harder. These all have fighting type weaknesses. I'm not sure why. He has so many normal cards in this deck. No Ponyta. That's okay. So we deal 90. So he has 10 damage left, or 10 HP left. Kind of annoying. Alright, let's just Flamethrower again. And then with a Blaine we can knock out the other guys. If he isn't able to just beware double heads. Let's see if he gets double heads. Okay, so he used Looker. Such a useless card. Okay, so yeah, here we go. It looks like it does no damage, but there it is. There, your Pokemon is just gone. So that is a very interesting card. Alright, and we have nothing else, so we might actually lose this. If he flips 2 heads again, then we're done. Okay, let's see. 1. Oh my god. Really? Really? Damn. Interesting. So we lose. Alright. Well. Yeah, no shit, I was playing a fire deck. This guy just flipped it really well. He had basically had 4 heads in a row. Okay, well at least we start with a Ponyta this time. And he started with a Aeron. So that is 10 damage, plus a Rocky Helmet. It's not bad. Vulpix. Alright. Here we go. Sure, we can get a Ninetales. We can also get this, and Giovanni should be able to knock out the air one, so that is 1 point. There we go. That is nice. Okay. So he played Oranguru. Nothing too crazy. So we do 40. We can do another 40, or we can swap into Ninetales, which are going to do, and then Professor's Research. Blaine, let's go. So 90 is gonna knock out this Oranguru. That is a second point, and then let's see if the Beware gets 2 heads again. No. Alright. That is good. Then we win with a Blaine here. So yeah, here we go. That is a win. Lovely. Three hourglasses again. Another new Stoutland, alright. I guess we play the fighting type deck again. Because he has playing normal cards, so against normal type fighting should be good. So let's play Gibble. So Stuffle is basically in every single deck that the computer has played so far. Which means that every deck includes Beware. So beware of that. We do 40 here. Pretty nice. We can Crane those next turn, which is also really nice. Alright. Just out there, dear. Alright, Crane those here. Sure, we can retreat into Tornadoes for some extra damage. Doesn't really matter that much because Beware is gonna live with 10 HP. As expected, basically. And we can lock it out here. We could also Rampardos, but let's not do that yet because we'll lose 50 HP. Which isn't necessary because it's only 10 more HP that we had to deal with. We lose 30 here. And then we should be able to knock out this Herdier. So he doesn't evolve it, so that's nice. So yeah, there is a Rampardos, which is gonna knock out his Herdier. There we go, we take 50. It's fine. Should put in a different guy, yep. Sandy Guest. What was his evolution again? Hollow Sand or something? I'm not too familiar with this generation of cards. Yeah. Palo Sand. But, I mean, 130 is gonna knock it out anyways. So that is all we needed. Here we go. Another point for us. And another victory, which means another 3 hourglasses. Now we still need more. I mean, there is still the expert battles as well. There is the step up and the expert still. So, alright. What is this? What is happening with that card? What the hell? Alright. I guess we're playing a fire type deck. And we're against the Buzzwole EX card. But what is happening with that card? I guess that is the flare. But it looks so weird. Alright, Vermosa. And the Celesteela. Alright. Nothing too crazy yet. Should maybe get a Buzzwole here. No, Cortana actually. So we have Ponyta, we have Rapidash. We can also get another Ponyta or Vulpix. Yep. We also have a Blaine. So that is nice. And another Blaine. So that's Rocky Helmet, do 40 damage here. To the Pheromosa. So 30 left. Rapidash should be able to knock it out next turn. Easily. What? What is that? Attacks used by the Ultra Beast this card is attached to do 10 damage to your opponent's active for each point that you've gotten. Okay. So basically if you have 2 points, then it does 20 extra damage. But if you have no points, then it does no extra damage, right? Just to do 10 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for each point that you've gotten. So yeah, basically I don't think it does anything if you don't have any points. Besides we can knock it out right now. But alright, that is interesting. That is a tool we have not seen before. But it doesn't seem that useful, to be honest. I don't see the use case for it just yet, at least. Alright, this Pheromosa has 10 more HP. Let's put 1 energy on Vulpix, knock out this Pheromosa. Okay, that's 2 points. Here comes the Beware probably. Yep, there he is, 120 HP. So we won't be able to knock it out yet. But at least with Blaine we do 70 damage. So 50 more. Oh, and it is my turn already. Lovely. So Giovanni for the exact amount. There's 50. That is game. So we didn't see Buzzwole this game. So it wasn't played. And I was kind of curious about the flare. So it looks very weird. Alright. Maybe that is like the gimmick of this set, the flares. I'm not sure. This looks more like a regular flare. Electric type deck. Let's use our fighting type deck again. Yep. Of course, we start with Giboid. And he starts with a Molga. Wait, what was that? A new item again. Or Pokemon tool, I suppose. If the electric Pokemon this card is attached to isn't in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, move 2 electric energy from that Pokemon and attach 1 energy to each of your benched Pokemon. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Could be useful. Could, yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess it could be useful. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it yet. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what people come up with in general. Let's create those. So we can knock out this Emolga and see how this works. Okay, so we do 50. Emolga gets knocked out. Electrical Cord gives it to Zebstrika. So that is kind of how it works, I guess. And if you had 2 energies, then 2 energies would move over. And then now he is able to do 70 damage, which, okay. We can use Rampardo's Lily Hill to heal up. And then knock him out. And then the Beware is also gonna be able to be knocked out in one go. So yeah, this game is won. Luckily. So just wait a little bit. And then we should be good. Alright. A Head Smash. Lovely. Here we go. That's another. Not sure how many there are still to go, but probably a few. Lycanroc. Alright. So grass type deck. Let's go with the Decidueye Meowscarada. Then, alright, we start with Sprigatito, we have a Florigato, so it's not too bad. Florigato is able to do 40. Okay, so we can use Cry for Help. And a Pokeball, of course. Then we get Rowlet, maybe? No Rowlets. Alright. Giant Cape, and then hopefully we get Meowscarada here. There is 2 Meowscaradas, 1... Alright, there we go. That is what we wanted. And... now let's see what he has though. It's the Lycanroc EX card. Discard a... wow, this looks very bad. 130, discard a fighting type energy. That looks not good. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I don't think that is too great of a card. This set might not be too strong in general, maybe. Alright, we take 50. We can get Meowscarada up. Let's also play Sprigatito, I think. Lily. Then we can survive 130 damage. We'll deal only 60 though. So yeah, he has 30 HP left. We can Pokeball into a Rowlet probably, yep. Let's put an energy there. Also put a Giant Cape. Then we can do 60, knock this guy out. And now he is gonna knock out my Meowscarada. There it is. Let's go Rowlet. Erica's not useful. Kinda need something else here. Rock Candy. Alright, let's retreat into Sprigatito. At least that is gonna give us a card that is useful. Although Sprigatito is gonna be knocked out here. Yep. There he goes. So now we need the Decidueye if we want to do anything. Okay, Professor's research gives us Erica, Decidueye. Alright. Decidueye. So we don't have enough energies on him. Can Erica heal enough? It heals 130. So we're left with 60. Healing with Erica is not gonna give us enough. Unfortunate. But okay. Let's try again. These games shouldn't be too hard, but... Alright, every now and then you can lose still, of course. Rowlet. Into a Giant Cape. Wait, that's also Professor's research, of course. 2 Pokeball. Sprigatito. Another Pokeball is giving us another Sprigatito. Alright. So there we end the turn. Now we wait. Skill dive, I suppose. Not the greatest hand right now. Deals 10. 40 more than, yeah, I'm not sure. This game looks hard. Okay, we take 40. A rare candy. Erica is gonna at least heal. Let's get Sprigatito though, because we need to draw more cards. Otherwise this is gonna be very hard. Okay, Medicham. 50 damage. We have the Decidueye. So we can Decidueye here. Then let's draw even more cards. Let's Erica, so he doesn't get a free point. Use Cry for Help, hopefully get Florigato or Meowscarada, yep. Okay, so we take another 50. There is Florigato. Sure, let's do this. Retreat, and then we can do 80 or 100 to something on the bench, so this Passimian is gonna be knocked out. That is good. Razor Leaf is not gonna be able to knock out this Marichan. Lily is gonna heal up our Decidueye, that is nice. And then Meowscarada gets 1 energy. Pierce is not doing anything, I don't know why I clicked that. Okay, so we take another 50. Let's profess research, rare candy, Meowscarada. So we have 2 Meowscaradas. We should be able to win this game, but yeah. Should be more careful. I think I'm doing extra damage to Lycan Rock, so we could just one-shot it. That is good. 10 HP. But we can just Meowscarada and then we should be okay. Here. That is gonna be enough damage. Let's go. Hell yeah. That is a victory. Okay, let's move on then. Let's hope the next one is a little bit nicer. Against Guzzlord, and Guzzlord has the weird ass flare as well. And we are again playing with the Meowscarada deck. Let's go. Our opponent is playing the Guzzlord. I'm very curious to see the flare in action actually. So let's see if he actually plays it. Let's cry for help. Draw some more cards here. Okay, Meowscarada is not bad. Especially since we already have Florigato, so. And we also have a rare candy. So it's not bad. Wait, what? What happened? Why do I do... What? Oh my... Alright. So, Nihiligo means that we take 20 more damage from poison. This guy did 40 damage plus poison, so that knocked out our guy instantly. Alright. Seems fair, right? Alright, I guess we Iono then. So we don't really have anything. Sprigatito, Meowscarada. Alright. At least we get a Sprigatito again. Let's also use Cape for some extra HP. We can't attack yet the way of Decidueye, sadly. So yeah, this does 10 extra damage for every point he has. So yeah, as you can see, it does 50 now. And we won't be able to knock out this guy, sadly. So we only do 80 damage. So there's 80, he's down to 20. And oh boy. Celesteela has 120. Okay, we can Lily. Put an energy there. And then I think we pierce the pain and knock this guy out. Alright, so that's good. This Nihiligo with a Clodsire deck is actually pretty good, I think. Actually, like genuinely, I think I'm gonna try make that deck first. So I should still... I'm not sure if I still have the Clodsire deck. I should have a video about it though, so I can maybe check out that video and see what my deck was. It's taking 20 damage from poison. It's pretty good. It is basically having a ember or a being on fire like the entire time. And having no possibility to get rid of it. That is kind of the deal. Unless you of course retreat. Okay, so our Decidueye has 110 HP. Right. I think it should be able to survive one more turn, right? So let's do an attack. Here we go. And then he is gonna use this guy. Flip 3 coins. For each head, a card is chosen at random from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into the deck. Seems pretty strong actually. Because he's basically just getting rid of your hand. I will have to retreat here. And sure, let's put this here. Use 60 or well 80 then because of the weakness. He shouldn't be able to attack yet. Wait, what was that? Oh, there is a Buzzwole immersive card? Damn. That is cool. Wait, what does this do again? Oh, right. 2 energies. It basically just attaches 2 energies. Alright, yeah, I haven't even seen the new immersive card yet. But that sounds like a really cool one. Alright, so do we move on to the expert ones right now? Is the question. No, there's another one, a Lowland Doctrio. Sure, let's play Blaine. So this should be a metal type deck, so... I'm going first. Ponyta. We have a Vulpix with 9 tails, that is nice. This is type Null. Okay, let's use a helmet. I would love to get a Rapidash. You only opened 3 packs and you got the immersive. Holy, that is insane. You had some very good luck there then. The only good thing I've gotten so far is a Guzzlord EX. Not the immersive, but the regular EX. Alright, so we do 20 here. While we wait for our Ninetales to have enough energies on it. Okay, so he got his evolution here, right? Yep, there. Oh, that is 50 damage. That is pretty good. Okay, so we have only our Ninetales left here. Right, and we have no energies on it yet, so that is fortunate. That's Sabrina. Get him into something else. There we go. So at least we survive a bit. And then hopefully that gives us enough time to set up our Ninetales. Pokeball's gonna give us another Vulpix, yep. And then we Ninetales, so we got 1 point. There we go. Okay, this guy does only 50 damage now, so that's good. Unless his support cards get played again, and then he does 100. But yeah, he is gonna be knocked out. Then he is gonna play Alolan Diglett probably. There he is. It's gonna do 40 maybe. Depends on if he flips heads or not. No heads, so yeah. We get lucky here, and we... Oh, first we need to get an energy on there, so... Let's go. That is nice. There we go, victory. Lovely, lovely. Are we gonna move on to the expert battles now? I think I'm just gonna open a few packs before. How many are there? I'm not sure, but we also cannot see, sadly. Okay, we actually got a level up. We could also play... Nah, I don't think we get enough, right? So let's just open packs right now. Get a few more. And... Birdier. What is this? Oh, that's the... Buzzwole. Right. Aeron and a Palisand. Nothing too crazy. I'm curious if there is... There's probably no... Wait, is there shiny cards in this? I've not seen one yet, at least. Alright. Sandile. Manicham, Zebstrika, Baltoy, Lusamine. Not too bad. 3 new cards. We're basically still looking for new cards anyways. That is another support. There's not a whole lot of grass type cards in this set. Let's see if we can get something better. And Phantom, Kartana, Clefable, and the Beastite. Not sure how good the Beastite tool is gonna be, but that is an interesting card nonetheless. Okay, so there's one. There's one more tool that we know of. I still haven't looked at the full card list yet. That is also something I want to do soon. Okay, so let's get something good here. Oh, okay. Full art maybe? Luxio, Pheromosa, Herdier, and another Pheromosa, and this time it is the full art. That is a pretty cool card, actually. I like the art style on that one. Okay, so that is our first actual full art. There is so many, okay. Let's see if we can get something else good. Maybe? Let's see. No. Sphinx. Oh wait. EX card maybe? Croc, Aggron. Alolan Duck Trio. Triple headbutt. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 60 damage for each head. Okay. Interesting. So we have 2 EXs. Now. 2 more new cards. So we're at 46. Already pretty close to all the new cards in the entire set. Let's play the expert battles. And then we should open a few more packs, and then we can have a look at the entire card list. Yep. Themed collection. That's 12 more Wonder Glasses. Another 12. That's pretty nice. Actually, in the shop, curious what the shop gives us. I mean, besides the free thing, of course. Lag. Hello. Okay. Buzzwole cover. So that's nice. And then there's the Buzzwole emblem, which we don't have enough for yet, of course. Okay, let's restart our game because it's kind of laggy right now. 1 second. And we are back. This game does get a little bit laggy if you have it open for too long for some reason. At least that is what I am experiencing. I'm not sure how that is for everyone else. Let's go for the expert battles now. Solo. Expert solo. Sure, let's play blind. Could also play the Charizard deck. Might actually be better at this point. These decks are not gonna be easy to play against, probably. Okay, so that what we saw there was one of the new flares, probably. Looks kind of cool. And Buzzwole. So that is another one of the new flares. That is a interesting flare, so it's kinda in your face. At least it is not visible on the actual battle screen. That is kinda nice. I like that. Sure, let's do this. And then flare is gonna do 40 damage. It is something, it's not a lot, but we'll have to start somewhere. Pheromosa does 20. Would love to get a Rapidash. Yes, let's go. You ask and you shall receive, I guess. Let's go Fire Main for 40. So Pheromosa is knocked out. That is nice. Now here comes the Buzzwole again. And another one. Finally we have another guy. That's Giovanni. So we do a little bit more damage. That is 70 damage. 30 HP left. Not too bad. He can't retreat it either, so... Oh wait, yeah, he can, of course, because of the... Oh, I forgot about that. Well, that's fine, we can still Sabrina. So he is forced to play something else. And this is gonna be knocked out in one go. The Cortana. There we go. And now... There goes Buzzwole again. So that's gonna be knocking out my Rapidash. Next turn it can't use that attack again though, so that is nice. Let's see if we can draw a Ninetales. Let's see again if we can draw a Ninetales. No, no, 2 Pokeball. Damn. Okay, so there we go. Let's just put an energy there. Using Tulip at least means he can't use Punch as well. There we go. So at least we prevent 30 damage then. Alright. Oh, okay, so yeah, this guy. Wait, what? That is how that works? What the actual... Okay. That is not how I expected that to work. So he retreated, or well, he used his Celesteela to get into the other Buzzwole and then retreated it, and then he could use Big Beat again. Okay. Right. Yes. I'm stunned. That is such an interesting interaction. Okay, let's use Charizard here. But, okay, I did not think it would work that way. That is such an interesting thing to see. Alright. Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't do it again. I would love to actually win. Damn, okay. Yeah, didn't expect that to happen. We can... Key away. Charmander's nice. No, not Rosguard. Key away. Okay, so... With 2 rare candy, not really what I wanted. So 110 damage. He's down to 60 HP. There is Cortana, which is also gonna be knocked out in one go. This is gonna give me another Turtonator or Charmander. Church. So 90. The Cortana is knocked out. And the Pheromosa is Blade. But I should be pretty okay. Said can do just 90 damage. Do have to play an energy on this guy though. Alright, so he's gonna do 120 damage, so my Turtonator does die here. Charmeleon does 40, so it should be enough. If he doesn't heal. Okay, so there is the other Buzzwole. That is such an interesting deck, actually. Okay, Charmander. Let's use his attack to knock out this Buzzwole. Alright, so first expert battle done. Let's see how many hourglass packs I get. 7 maybe? Yeah, 7, okay. There should be quite a lot of these though. I'm guessing. Let's go next. Yeah. Nothing too crazy again. Wait, he is just playing the old Pikachu and Oricorio. What? Right. Right. Not what I was expecting. But fair enough. Let's end the turn there. And there's the electric quartz. So my goodbye does 20, but I can evolve it to Cranidos and actually evolve into a Garchomp, which I think is useful here, even though it's not going to be able to do damage to Oricorio. Still, linear attack is doing 70 damage here to the Pikachu, so that is nice. There we go. You know what? Let's put it there. And then Galsma, so he doesn't get 2 energies on his Oricorio. And linear attack, there we go. The Pikachu is knocked out, so we still have to deal with Oricorio, but we can deal with Oricorio using Cranidos. So this should be easy. This one wasn't that hard. Alright. Nice. Cranidos. I would like more fast ones like this. That is 7 more hourglasses. I'm curious how many expert battles there are. There's usually around like 7 or something. So, on Lycanroc again, and now with a Passimian, it's recommending the Darkrai Giratina deck. Is it actually useful though? Or nah, let's do that then. Just to make it a little bit easier. Alright, fighting type.
Lycan Rocky Axe. And Psimian, of course. Which is able to move all its energy to another guy. Double Psimian EX. Let's play this. Actually put a Rocky helmet here, I think. And that should be it. Alright, another Darkrai. I was hoping for a Giratina, but that's okay. Do another 20. If he attacks me, he takes 20. It's also just in case put an energy or an helmet there. Okay. So he deals 80 damage and takes 20. Okay, we can play Giratina. Let's heal a little bit. He is gonna... I'm not sure actually, because healing doesn't really do that much here, but alright. At least we knock out this Psimian, so that's 2 points. And it goes to the Lycanroc, so he might be able to play the Lycanroc EX here. Yep. So that does 150 damage. Sad. Alright. Let's try again. Let's see what it recommends actually. So it recommended a Darkrai Giratina deck, but I don't think it is that good. Actually. Like, what is Lycanroc weak to? Grass. Let's just play Meowscarada instead. I think that might be better. But maybe that's just me. A grass type deck does seem better though, right? I'm not sure why it recommended Darkrai. Oh, I guess because Psimian takes extra damage from Psychic. Which Giratina is a Psychic, of course. But Lycanroc and such do take extra damage from grass. And Meowscarada is able to do 132 EX cards, so I think this deck is better. Okay, Florigato is in. Skull Dive does only 10 damage, but sure, let's just do it anyways. Yep, Rowlet is dead. Fun times. Let's hope for something. Meowscarada, nice. Alright, so we'll take a 60 here, but we can heal with Erica for 50 and then knock out Psimian next turn, so shouldn't be too bad. He plays Riolu. So yeah, we take 60, we heal for 50. We put another energy on there, and then we knock out this Psimian. That is nice. His energies go to the Riolu. It's not too bad. Riolu also gets played. And the Lucario gets played. So it does 60 damage. We have another Erica to heal. Which I think we're just gonna do here. And then do 60. And then we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so there's a Lightning Rock. Does he play it in the active though? No, he doesn't. So that's nice because now we win. Sometimes the CPU is not that smart yet. But I don't mind. Alright. Lovely. So that is another 7. Let's play against Guzzlord. Let's do this deck. Okay. We're against the Guzzlord with the Garchomp deck. Garchomp Rampardos. Celesteela, okay. Let's see what our Professor's Research gives us. Gibbite, nice. Actual good draw, nice. Love to see it. Boypole only has... Wait, what? Okay, so our Gibbite is basically dead. Well, not yet, but close to it. A Pokeball's not gonna give us anything, but okay. So evolving it should get rid of poison. That's good. But yeah, it is pretty much gonna be knocked out here. And then we'll have to play Garchomp. Okay, so yeah, it's knocked out. And now we play the other Gibbite and then evolve it into Garchomp. Here we are. Ooh. We could also Rampardos. Let's play Garchomp. We have Lily as well. I think playing Garchomp here is good. Okay, so linear attack this guy. So that is 1 point. And then what is he gonna play? Alright. So yeah, there is the Guzzlord. Just 170 HP. That is a lot. And he takes no extra damage from Garchomp. So that is a little bit sad. But alright, 2 attacks and he should still die. Here's the first 100 damage. 70 HP. He does 30. We are okay. Oh yeah, we lose energies, right. That is the whole ordeal with that. But yeah, we do another 100 since we only lost 1 energy, so we are okay. Playing Guzzlord against a Charizard or something is actually kind of cool, I think. Alright, victory. 7 more hourglasses. A lowland Duck Trio again. Let's play Charizard. So I think that is the best to do. Alright, I'm going second. No Kiawe, no Turtonator. That is unfortunate, but we do have 2 Professor's Research, so getting a Charizard shouldn't be too hard. Probably, hopefully. Hello. Okay, so Diglett, yep. Let's go Charmeleon. Let's see what we draw here. Another Charmander. Professor's Research is gonna give us Charizard, let's go. So yeah, I can rare candy Charizard next turn. Deal 20 now, not bad. And then... oh, okay, so a Alolan Duck Trio has 110 HP. Could also Charmeleon. He won't be able to attack yet, right? 50. So that means 50 damage, but nah. Rare candying into a Charizard is better because we can stoke it in 150 next turn. Should always be better. Let's do this. Let's also do this. Professor's Research, let's not forget that. Turtonator Kiawe. So Stoke gives us 3 energies. Let's go. Not bad. We can knock out everything basically in one go after this. Let's Lily though, because he could do... I mean, I think he can one-shot me if he gets very lucky. But we have another Charizard, so that's not too bad. Steam Artillery. Let's go. Yes. So we play one here. Use another Steam Artillery for another point. Sure. Another Steam Artillery for another point. Easy win. Right there. There we go. And wait, that was it. Actually expected more. Damn. Okay. Well, sad. So now we only have 39. No, let's not open Zorgaleo. Let's open Extradimensional Crisis. Actually interested? No, we can't see the immersive. Okay, let's see if we get anything good. Let's open. Okay, we got something. Clefairy, Aeron, Decidueye. Alright. Beast Wall. You can use this card only if your opponent hasn't gotten any points. During your opponent's next turn, all of your Ultra Beasts take -20 damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Interesting. But it's only usable if you don't have point shields. That is, that does mean the value decreases a little bit, I would say. But okay. Krokorok, Laron, Rockruff, Beastite, Sharpedo. Alright, Sharpedo. I love Sharpedo. Okay, that's a few more cards in the decks. One more pack to open. Sadly, this is the last one. Let's hope it gives us something good. Nothing, sadly. Looker, Rockruff. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have a look at the entire card list here. See if the card list is actually online somewhere already. So I'm curious what kind of cards we have in this set. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, yeah, so it is online already. Oh, and there is actually... Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go through that just to check what kind of cards we're dealing with. So let me see how this works, or if this works nicely. Let's add another scene. Sure. And then hold on. Plus browser. Can I just do this? I'm not sure if this works. Probably not, actually. No. No. Let's do this differently. Add a screen capture. How does this work? Media source. No. Also not what I needed. No. Why cannot I just do this? Wait. I know what's happening. Just move this here and then it should be good, right? Window capture. Google. Yes, okay, there it is. Alright. Let's make it a bit smaller now. To fit the screen. There we go. Alright, so yes, this is the whole deck list. So let's go through it. So I want to go through the entire set list, or the deck list. So yeah, Extradimensional Crisis is now here, and all the cards have been released, so let's have a look at them. And maybe talk a bit about the more interesting ones. So this first card is just a simple Patil, nothing too crazy. Then a Lilligant as its evolution does 60 damage, is actually quite a lot for a second evolution. Rowlet, another Rowlet, it has Furry attack, which does, or Fury attack, not Furry, which does 30 damage maximum. It flips 3 coins. Not too bad. This is an interesting one. This is Dartrix, a different version of Dartrix. Does 20 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can even attack benched Pokemon, etc. Then we have the new Decidueye. It's basically also sniping Pokemon on the bench and does 70 damage. So yeah, if you want to snipe people, then this is probably the deck to play. And there we have Buzzwole, and the Buzzwole is what we expected. If you play against the computer, it has an interesting deck with 2 Buzzwole and Celesteela, which is able to get around this. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Big Beat, so you can just swap out to the other Buzzwole and back, and that actually means that it doesn't really do anything. So yeah, this is Pheromosa, attacks does 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched. Pretty basic, nothing too crazy. Same with Kartana, 40 damage. And Blasphalon, which does 70 damage to itself. Still not sure how that is gonna play out in actual decks. Mantine, 50 damage for 2 energy, pretty cool. Carnivine, Carvana, which does 20 damage, nothing too crazy again. Sharpedo, flip a coin, if heads discard a random energy from your opponent's active. Kinda could be good, but I don't see too many use cases. Shinx with just basic 20 damage. Lucario, which does 50. And then the Luxray, which has Intimidating Fang. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active do -20. Okay, so if it is in the active, it does have to be in the active for that to work. So that is something to keep in mind. Otherwise, it would have been very overpowered, actually. Here's Blitzel, 40 damage, nothing crazy. Headbull does 70 for Zebstrika. Amalga does 30. And Tapu Koko, which is already the one that we saw in the release trailer. Same with Circuitry, we have seen that guy before. And Zeraora, which does at the end of your turn take an energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. pretty solid, I think, with knowing what is coming up, which is a new electric type item. Okay, so this Clefairy is just 10 damage. Nothing too crazy. Clefable does 60, also nothing crazy. Phantom, so for 30. And this one I haven't seen. Trevenant, 70 damage for 3 energies. So yeah, again, nothing crazy. I feel like that is basically the entire card set so far. It's just pretty basic standard stuff. Once during your turn, you may put a random Pokemon from your deck into your hand. That is pretty good, I would say. Playing Shinotic in Psychic type decks is pretty nice. A Meditite, which flips a coin. If heads, the attack does 20 more damage. Not bad for a basic. And then Medicham, which does 50 for 1 energy, is also not bad if you are running Lucario. Baltoy does 30. What does this guy do? Claydol. Pokemon, both of yours and your opponents can't be healed. So against the heavy healing type decks like grass type decks, this might be good. Though it has a weakness to grass, of course. Then the new Rockruff, which does 40 damage, combined with the Lycanroc EX, which does 130, discards 1 energy from this Pokemon. So, and it is a fighting type energy that it discards. Kinda interesting. I think it is just a very standard EX card. A new Passimian. If Passimian is on your bench, this does 40 more damage. So in the Passimian EX deck, this might be pretty cool. Though it says if Passimian is on your bench. So I think this means that if it is a Passimian EX, it might not work. Alright, so we have Sandygast, very standard again. And Palossand, which means that your opponent's card can't retreat next turn. That is pretty good. For 90 damage and 130 HP, but it takes 4 energy, so yeah, not sure how good that is. Alola Meowth, Metal, discard a random Pokemon tool from your opponent's hand. I think this is pretty good, actually. I think that is gonna see a little bit of play. And then Alolan Persian, flip a coin if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. It's also not too bad, actually. So, yeah, this line might see a little bit of play. You have Sandile, which does 20 damage. We have Krokorok, which does 40 damage. Then we have Crocodile. Flip 3 coins for each head. A card is chosen at random from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into their deck. So you can disrupt someone's hand quite a bit with that. Nihilego, we have seen this of course, which I think is going to be pretty powerful with Clodsire. And then we have Guzzlord, pretty good card. Poipole, we've also seen, and its evolution, Nagandal, which does your opponent's active is now poisoned. Now this, with the Nihilego, is actually pretty good. I think that is a really nice, solid combination. Alolan Diglett, which has the Alolan Duck Trio EX card. Flip 3 coins, this attack does 60 damage for each heads. So also not too bad. Aeron and Lairon, very standard. And then we have Aggron, which is also a pretty standard third evolution. Giga Impact has 150 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So that is a pretty big downside, but it has 160 HP. That is a lot. Ferroseed and its Ferrothorn evolution If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent Pokemon, do 20 damage to the attacking Pokemon. So basically the same as Draudigan. And then Stakataka and Lillipup, very standard stuff. Herdier is also very standard, and then Stoutland. Guard Duck Visage. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon cost 1 more energy. That seems pretty good. So it takes another turn for your opponent to set up. So it gives you a turn to do 70 damage, basically. And then this card, like this card is so weird to me. As it takes 2 flip coins to, and if they are both heads, your opponent's Pokemon is just knocked out. Doesn't matter how much HP it has, but you do need 2 heads. So yeah, that is gonna be difficult, of course. But I think it has some very good use cases. Silvally. If you play the supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 50 more damage. This is pretty good as well, I think. Especially with running a lot of support cards. And then Celesteela, I think, is also a must-have in a Buzzwole deck. Then we go to the items. You can use this card only if your opponent hasn't gotten any points. So, opponent doesn't need to have any points. And then during your opponent's next turn, if all your Ultra Beasts take 20 less damage. Pretty nice. Ooh, a Repel. Switch out your opponent's active basic Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active. So this is a very cheap... Damn, okay, so this is a very cheap, a little bit worse Sabrina, basically. But a lot of EX cards are also basic. So, Darkrai Giratina, this is pretty solid, actually, I think. Then you have Electric Cord. If the electric Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active and is knocked out by damage from an attack from the opponent's Pokemon, move 2 electric energy from the Pokemon and attach 1 energy to each of your 2 benched Pokemon. Attach Electric Cord to one of your Pokemon that doesn't have a Pokemon tool attached to it. That makes sense. Could be useful. Not sure how useful it is going to be though. Beast Tide. Attacks used by Ultra Beasts. This card is attached to do 10 damage to your opponent's active for each points that you have gotten. So basically this does 20 extra damage if you already have 2 points. It's kind of a little bit of a snowball card. This card with the new type null cards is pretty nice. Put 1 random type null or Silvally from your deck into your hand. So you remember it did 50 extra damage to anything if you played a support card. Well, this is basically how that works. Then we have Looker. Your opponent reveals all of the supporter cards in their deck. You may play only 1 supporter card during your turn. Nothing too crazy. This one we have seen. So let's look at the full art. This is a really nice card. I really like this Rowlet. Then we have the Pheromosa that I actually got from a pack already. And the Blastoise that we have seen before. Alola Meowth just chilling out. That's really lovely. Really cute. A Silvally card that looks pretty cool. Pretty nice. I think these cards are really cool though. Like, look at this. This art is amazing. And there is a Buzzwole EX. I don't like that card as much actually. And we move into a Tapu Koko. Lycanroc. These are all the 2-star cards. I'm not a huge fan of those. Gastlord also has one. There's like no actual full arts in this set, like only 3 or 4. Dark Trio, Galadian. Where's the rainbow cards? Looker. And Lusamine. That's a pretty nice one. We have, there we are, the rainbow full arts. These are usually pretty good. So this one looks pretty cool. Then we have a Lycanroc one. Pretty nice artwork. I like it. Pretty clean. Ooh. Okay, this one is really nice. I like this. This reminds me of the Darkrai one. Very, very nice. Okay. Alolan Duck Trio. Also pretty cute. And ooh, this is the immersive. Holy shit. Okay. This looks really cool. I would love to get this immersive. And then I think there's a bunch of shinies. So yeah, just shiny Growlithe, shiny Arcanine. These are cards from the other the earlier sets basically. So there's a few of those here. Frogadier, Greninja. Shiny Greninja is a really nice one. Jinx, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Aerodactyl, Celebi EX. Okay, so Celebi EX has a shiny. That is nice because then you have a little bit more chance to have one of those. Arcanine, Aerodactyl EX, and Pidgeot EX. And then the crown card is Nihilego. That is interesting. Alright. Yeah, that is basically the entire set. So maybe we can try cook up some decks. I think the thing that I wanted to try most is actually wait, let's first see what we have. Of course we don't have everything yet. Extradimensional Crisis. We have a Nihilego. We have 1 Nihilego. I was hoping to have 2. This does extra damage for poison. Do I still have the Clodsire deck somewhere? I don't think I do. Maybe we can find it. I don't remember what cards I had in the deck, but I should still have it somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, I do have it. Alright. So what I want to try is Nihilego plus Clodsire basically. So let's build a new deck. Let's use darkness. Dark type energy. Alright. Let's add, let's see, Clodsire. Wait, where is he? Where's Clodsire actually? Thought I had him. Do I not? Oh yeah, there he is. So 2 Paldean Whoopers, 2 Clodsire, I think 2 Shroodle and 2 Grafreye. And then a Nihilego. So the Nihilego is gonna make poison do extra damage. And then I had... Well, of course we have to add Pokeballs and Professor's Research. So let's get rid of this. Items, Pokemon Tools, Supporters. All the way down to 2 of these, 2 of these. And... what else? So maybe we... just some standard stuff. A cape and that. Pokemon Communications I think is pretty nice to have. To Sabrina maybe. And Leaf maybe actually. A Leaf and an X-Speed maybe. Wait, where's X-Speed? Where is that here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. Who knows how well this does. Don't expect much, but still want to try. Okay. Yep. Yeah, let's play some versus. Let's see if... Oh, actually, we got the results. So, yeah, we reached Master Ball, of course. So, let's go. We have the emblem and 95 more hourglasses. So that means we get to open some more packs. Lovely. And actually, let's put the emblem here. So let's get rid of this one. It's this. Here we go. Yeah, let's open some more then. As we can. And I'm still missing a few things here and there. Alright. Here we go. Aggron, Meditite, Batul, Oranguru, Looker. Not bad, 2 new cards. Oh. So we are missing... not too many, actually. Let's open another. Alright. And... Sandygast. Oh! Hold on. Batil, Cortana, Formosa. Guzzlord. So we have 2 Guzzlord actually. That is nice. That was our second one. Let's open another. Okay. What do we got? Type Null, Oranguru, Carvana, Baltoy, Aggron. So we didn't have Carvana yet. That is a new card. Not too bad. This is a very, very small set of cards actually. Which is kind of nice. If there is too many, then it's gonna be hard to collect everything. Okay, did we get anything? No. Let's talk about Fable, Ligand Herdier, all one version. Okay. Another. Let's go. Ooh, Trevenant we don't have yet. Another Crocodile. Pretty nice. Okay. Swipe up. Next. Let's open another. Let's see. Do you get anything here? Does seem like we have something. Another Pheromosa. Okay, we already have that one. Tilcavarna, Clefable. Okay, so we have 2 full art Pheromosa now. 2 more packs. Alright, please give me something good. I would like to see the immersive in action. Laron, nothing really. Mantine, Herdier, Aggron. Ooh, Electrical Cord. Okay, so we got 2 new cards in 1 pack. That's great. I will take that. Whoa. 4,500 cards collected. Nice. Okay, so 2 more. So that means we need 12 more cards. And then we have every card in the set. Oh, except for, of course, the full arts and stuff. Okay. Elegant, nothing really. Looker, Phantom, Trevenant, Sharpedo. Alright, well, not bad, I guess. Let's play our new deck, see if it is good or not. Probably not that bad, but... Okay, next season, it has not started yet, of course. Let's play our deck. Let's see. We also didn't get another one, otherwise I would have probably put in another Nihilego, but yeah, we only have 1. Let's see how this works. Okay, so we can start with a Nihilego. Alright. And he starts with a Shinx. So yeah, this effect is just takes extra damage from being poisoned. Let's Pokeball. Shroodle. Not bad. Another Pokeball to get hopefully a Paldean Whooper. Nice. Your opponent's active is now poisoned. It's fine, I think. We can also leave next turn to get our Whooper in for some extra damage. Poison will do 20 at least. So it's nice to poison him as quickly as possible because 20 poison damage is of course being... Oh. Wait. Flip a coin. If hit during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. Okay. So it's not useful to do anything yet. I think we just... Wait, no, we don't retreat yet. I think we're just staying like this and don't play Clodsire. Or maybe we should actually have done that, I'm not sure. A little bit of an oversight maybe. Okay, yes, Shaman. Interesting. So Shinx does his thing again. Nothing happens really. Did he flip heads again or not? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's Clodsire here. And we can New Wave, and that does 30 plus he's poisoned, which does 20. So that is kinda what I want to do. Okay, so he rare candies into a Luxray. Destroy all energies. This attack does 120 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So he's gonna probably knock out my Nihilego here. Yep. Alright, makes sense. Sure, let's play Clotsire. Kinda wanna draw... not an X-Speed. Sure, let's cape. I kinda need to draw a Grafea. End to turn. Alright. Let's hope. Oh, wait, yeah. Of course. He's just able to one-shot it. Let's Professor's Research then. Now we get a Grafea, of course. You can play it. And then Venoshock for 60. Alright. Now we wait. Togedemaru gets played. It has the potential to do 50. Or actually 80. Ooh, it does 80 damage, okay. So... our Grafea has to flip heads basically to get poison, and if we then had the Nihiligo in play still, then the poison would deal 20 damage as well. That is kinda what I am doing with this deck. Right. So here comes Luxragan. And a Oricorio, huh? Well, this Oricorio is able to do damage to my Clotsire, of course. Grafea should also be able to poison it. So then with a Nihiligo Grafea, that would be pretty nice. I'm not sure what we're doing here still though. Let's try and get a poison going. No poison. That is unfortunate. Can X-Speed our Clotsire into Grafea though. Could have also used Sabrina actually. Oh well. Mistakes were made. It doesn't even matter actually, because if we Sabrina we only get one more point. So that wouldn't be enough. And besides, this deck needs some fine tuning, I think. Alright. So he deals 50. I think we're kind of okay here actually. Because Bite is gonna knock out this Oricorio. There we go. And then I don't think he has enough energies to do anything, right? Unless he gets like a bunch of energy here. Which I don't expect. But you never know. Yeah, he heals a little bit again. Oh, and he plays Oricorio. Ah, okay. That is interesting. It is better for him though. So it makes sense. We can Sabrina though. Let's Sabrina. And then let's see if we can flip a heads. Can we flip heads? Nope. Alright, sad. Let's put in Cloudsire. At least for 60 damage. So this is what I would have done anyways. If I had flipped heads, then we would have won here. But yeah, no, sadly, that is not the case. Any Volkners. So that is 120 damage to anything. Yeah. Alright. Well, I want to try this deck a little bit more though. So I think it could be pretty nice. Not sure in what kind of situation I want to play this though. Because the other deck was also using Poipole. So it might be better to maybe not use Grafeye, but Poipole instead. Let's see if I have it even. Darkness. So I do have Poipole, but I don't have the evolution of it. What other poison cards are there? Arbok has poison. Poison gas for Skuntank. Poison Sting is also a thing with Whirlipede, Venipede. And Coughing has nothing. Actually, this one not, at least. Does it have... Once during a turn, if this Pokemon is in the active is poisoned. Yeah, I think I kind of lack the cards that I want. No, don't want this guy. Where are you? There he is. Okay. So Grafeye might actually be the way to go still. I think. Let's just try it again. So I had Nihilego in my starting hand, of course, so that might not be the ideal situation you want to be in. Alright. Grass type. We start with Shroodle though. It's also not great. Maybe having... Ooh. He has the Buzzwole immersive. That is insane. Alright. I think this guy is a premium user. Let's use a Rocky Helmet. Do 20 damage. So that is something. Wait, actually, I'm so dumb. There is still the item as well that gives you poison. I should just use that one. Why did I not think of that? Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna add that. I'm not sure why I didn't think of that earlier. Ooh, he also has the Celesteela. He has some good, nice cards with some really cool artworks. Cortana is gonna do 40. So yeah, the Celesteela Cortana is a interesting one. I am very much lacking what I want here, which is unfortunate. I think I'm just gonna concede and try tune the deck a little bit, because we want, well, first we want the Poison Barb. I don't know how I didn't think of that before, but we need Poison Barb in this. Right. No, come on. Edits. Let's get rid of... What do we get rid of? I think Sabrina, actually. I don't think I need Sabrina. Let's do Poison Barb. If I have it. Yes, I do. Wait, 2 Poison Barb. And... Okay, so... Sadly, we don't have the evolution of Poipal. So I think that is a really good card to have as well. Wait, all the way at the top. No, not this. This guy. So it has... Your opponent's active is now poisoned. With 40 damage. So plus the 20 from Nihiligo. That is pretty solid. We do have 2 pheromones, so maybe we can do something like that. It's 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So that with a Decidueye might also be pretty good. Like use this. And then 1 Meowscarada maybe. Not sure. Okay, let's try this. First, maybe this is a little bit better. I'm still just lacking the cards that I need to build good decks though, I think. Let's see what we are against here. I'm going first. We start with a Nihiligo only. Okay, so Paldean Wooper. So ideally you would have Paldean Wooper right in the active and then Nihiligo on the bench. That is kind of what you want. So let's just do that for the fun of it, because these games don't really matter that much. So this is what you want. And then Paldean Wooper is able to do 10 damage plus the poison damage is 30. But because poison stays, unless you heal or retreat, that is 20 damage constantly. So that's really nice and strong. We could also... I'm not sure. I feel like there's quite a few possibilities with this deck to go into. So this does 20. And then next turn we can Cold Sire. And then Grafea should be able to maybe poison after. Oh, okay, so he heals 10 and gets rid of the poison. So yeah, there's a Griffey. Now we just need the Strudel. Get a Paldean Wooper. Right. Let's play an energy on it. Let's poison job again. So he's poisoned again. Also heals or does another 20 poison damage. Okay, so he knocks out my Paldean Wooper, that's fine. And he should take another 20, I think. Right? Yep, he takes another 20 poison damage. So that poison damage is really nice. Okay, we can Coulter. I really do need Strudel here though. That is annoying. And we also don't have any poison barbs. So having a poison barb on Clotsar here would be very good. So he deals 100 damage right here. There we go. And then next turn he should just be able to knock it out because of another support card. It's basically all he needs. Yeah, so you want the poison barb on here basically, so if he attacks then yeah, you do 120 again. I think this could be a pretty decent deck though, but yeah, I don't think I have the right cards yet in this. So we have double Griffey. Maybe we... what do we do here? Leaf is also pretty good to have. Poison Barb, I think we just get rid of the Rocky Helmet and the Cape. And instead use... what do we use instead? Healing maybe? Maybe we heal with... wait, actually let's do one leaf and one of these. I think this might be better. Let's see if it is better. Alright. Yeah, this is amazing. This is exactly what I want. So... oh. So yeah, this is exactly what I want. I want Paldean Wooper in the active and then Nihiligo here. And then we can start. Alright. Wait, why is he playing Articuno? Alright. Professor's Research gives us Strudel and a Poison Barb. Let's go. So you want to Poison Barb your Paldean Wooper. Pokeball gives us probably another Paldean Wooper. Yep. Which I'm not gonna play right now, but... yeah, now we have Paldean Wooper with a Poison Barb. If Articuno... okay, he doesn't get enough energies, but he can attack for 40. So he gets poisoned right here. So Poison Barb gives him poison. He has 20 poison damage. Then we can Cold Sire. And Grafay. Let's use Pokemon Center Lady for a little bit of healing. Use an energy there. This doesn't do anything, probably, right? It's still, I mean, it is still poisoned, so. End the turn, and he deals another 20. With the poison. Okay, so he's gonna deal 80 with Blizzard. But since he is still poisoned, let's put in Grafay. Okay, so he heals, but he's still poisoned. So we're still fine. Let's do retreat into Clodsire. And use a poison barb here. So Grafay is gonna die. Might have actually been better to keep him inactive then, because he's gonna be knocked out anyways, but... Our poison damage doing 20 is really nice. So, yeah, he gets another 20. There we go. And yeah, that is basically how this works. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, we can start with Paldean Wooper. Okay, we're against a Garchomp. So we can... Ooh, yes, let's go. We have Nihiligo here, and... Well, he can't use this yet. But this is pretty good. So we can... Paldean Wooper is gonna deal 10 damage, plus the poison, which is gonna do 20 because of Nihiligo. There we go. Pretty solid. And we could swap into Shroodle if we want. Okay, we won't. Actually, he knocks out my Paldean Wooper here. Oof. So we put in a Shroodle. I think we evolve into Grafay and hope for poison. And then attack with Shroodle as well, so let's hope for poison. Nope, no poison. Okay, sad. So yeah, we do 20. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do this. Alright, is there a different deck that I could maybe try? Let's see what kind of cards we have. There's a lot of electric type deck cards, also quite a few fighting. Oh, actually, I have one type null. And how many have I? Okay, only one. Sad. Otherwise I would have been able to play that, because I've also have one of this. This is just a, yeah. Do I have any decks where that could be useful? Probably not. Not sure. Yeah, I think I don't have enough cards yet to really do anything, so I'm just gonna end it here.